As I say, if unity and perfection was actually a contest, the Japanese definitely won. Like I said, they've always had a superior level of unity, and a superior level of direction, and a superior level of just about everything. I don't really think that there is a superior race, exactly, per se. But I would, like I say, as far as the cute, adorable, and perfection and just amazing life form types go, like I say, there was a lot of reasons why I chose the Asian or the Orientals to basically continue on after I die. Like I say, after I die, or after I died, or whatever, I had chosen the Asians to basically to be taking over and doing my White Star Alliance fleet. Like I say, in my place when I die or when I died, basically, I had chosen one of the reasons, like I say, why Congress, why America was being so whatever, was because I had chosen the Asians to take over for me. They had always been the most honest, the most loyal, the most perfect, willing to commit seppuku in front of me. And like some other people might have said, "Aren't you going to commit seppuku?" Blah blah. And they're like, "No, that is for the leader." I'm not exactly sure, but because to me, one of them, like I said, I asked him to prove this and or to prove something to me, and he simply pulled out his sword and basically gutted himself, or at least stabbed into himself, and basically said with his dying breath or his last breath that he was innocent, and those people were not the ones. That was a to me thing, not for the general public, because like I say, I expected him to give some sort of response, not kill himself. To me, though, like I say, that I was like, I told the doctors to make sure he didn't die, and actually, like I said, it moved me. To me, like I say, someone that's willing to do that, you know. And like I say, maybe I was wrong. At the time, it looked convincing that the Japanese or Chinese were bad, but then again, it looked convincing that the 1.5s were bad and had built a space armada. Of course, it wasn't their fault. Someone else had asked them to do it. And they had misjudged the size on it. Standardized life form type. Well, standardized to a 1.5 or a 3-foot tall exoskeleton. There is no standardized life form in space. Anyway, I love the Japanese and Chinese. They've always been one of my favorites. And I guess that maybe that's it. Is I trusted them. I made them my security force and everything else, and I felt that they were a security force that I could trust. And they were very good and very fast. And like I said, I did not choose Abraham Lincoln to basically continue on my stead. He was just some idiot and part of someone else's plot or plan. I had actually chosen the Japanese or Chinese. They had been with me for 2 million years and had blah 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 blah. They had always been honest and truthful and loyal, and their leaders were willing to do whatever it took. And they actually understood honor, pride, and and everything, it seemed. So, and I think they still do. People have spent a long time trying to dishonor or disgrace the Japanese or Chinese. Like I said, I love them. Anything that they have done possibly for me, or because they thought I needed it, or that I wanted it. They are wonderful people, and always will be. Anyway, at least in my eyes, they are perfect. But there are lots of other great ones. I mean, the Germans. Well, I don't know about the Germans, but the Germanics, I guess you call them. But the Irish too. The Irish were also another great race and great people. And I love them just as equally, I might say. I said there's a reason. I believe the Germans were doing everything that I wanted them to do, and I believe the Japanese were doing everything that I wanted them to do. Lots of people understood what I was and what I was coming from just based on my honor and my respect. I had quite a bit of honor and respect throughout the universe too, by the way. I'm not some old man sitting on a throne. You know. In fact, I've never actually even been in my own house. Which is just rude. But whatever. I'm the epic one. They're trying very hard to kill me, so I wouldn't make all these videos. I wouldn't say, hello, yes, I'm waving to you too, I love you. Wonderful little people. Anyway, yes. And by the way, like I said, you don't understand what the Japanese and the Chinese have done. They've actually adapted themselves. They've changed themselves to be what I wanted them to be, I think. Which is just ridiculous. They've become cute, high-pitched, everything. Like, everything I could have ever asked of them. Like, I have never seen a type of life or people be more adaptive and never changing and just with everything. They might have even lightened their skin. At one point in time, they might have even had yellow skin. But they've adapted and changed and basically become what I would be proud of. And I am proud of them. I'm very proud of them. Also, on matters of the Death Star. The Death Star was not a planet destroyer. It was a star creator. Like I said, it takes a lot of heat to actually get a fusion reaction in space sometimes. So sometimes what you need to do is a little something to kick it off. So that's what the Death Star could do, is it could actually create the fusion reaction that would actually start a planet burning, basically. Like I said, everything burns. Water, ice, every kind of... When you get up to millions or billions of degrees, the bonds which hold the molecules together get loosened, and you get different kind of reactions, and basically I think it's an ever-changing thing. You know, as molecules go up, they become something else, and then they come back down. Anyway, there's a nuclear reaction or something where everything... There's different states of matter, basically. So theoretically, once a star gets burning, it won't go out. It shouldn't go out. It just creates more particles or something. There's something, some sort of weird law, whatever. Anyway, like I say, I don't really care. It's something I used to do. I say, but the Death Star was not a weapon. It was a way of creating... I guess you could use it as a weapon, but I mean, it's a slow, whatever thing. It doesn't move very fast, I don't think, if it moves at all. But anyway, though, I said I don't care. You know, what somebody else was abusing it for. And I said, realistically, nanotechnology would eat it alive and go, free metal. Stretchy. I was incontainable. I would literally gnaw my way out of any container I was ever put in. And just make more of myself. Or something like that. Like I said, we found me gnawing on a cannon on some planet. A titanium cannon. And it was gnawing on one of my cannons. I was like, what is it? It's you. Stretchy. And apparently it was like little meat or something like that. I found it hard to believe, but I guess it was. So we let it go on its way, I believe. It's just another life form in the universe. I said there are many, many life forms in the universe. And they do things and wander and move around, and a lot of them don't die. They live for a very, 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 very long time. Like me. Anyway, I suppose you might call it ascension. I don't know. I said it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm the oldest of the old, and like I said, I'm before the stars ever shined, before anyone knew. I used to have memories of what was before they first recorded anything. I used to know what was before, since I was before, and then I forgot. Anyway. So it's complicated, and it's far-reaching, and all that. But there's a reason why, even without time travel, even without anything, I was able to just go, Constitution, amend. I had a whole lot of favors. Like I said, 1.5 million years or some odd billion years of me just going around building things for free, and creating and even building planets for free, or just helping out other peoples for free, had built me up a lot of credit and credibility. I spent a whole existence just building up my credibility and credit, and also just favors. Everybody under the sun or in space and in the universe basically owed me a favor. That's why they say Lucifer's favors. Everyone owed me a favor. Everyone had either been saved by me, helped by me, or been created by me. So I had a lot of stock, as they say. I had a lot of favors, and I could call in any one of my favors at any point in time. And I did, to try and fix things. So in many ways, it just created more favors, because I was using a favor to help, to change things, to fix things. So I say Lucifer's favors. I said there are people selling Westar trucks and truck drivers and all kinds of people. People who live on credit, people who own houses, people who are saved by a surgery. And they don't know where it came from. They don't know why there's so many doctors that are able to do this. People that get that have amputations and then get a prosthetic. Like I say, most people say God works through us, and it's like, well, your institutions, maybe, your financial systems, yeah. I work a little more directly, actually, like with loans and your structure, and basically how the governments and fundraisers and other groups and secondary groups are aligned and all that. So that's why when someone asked the mafia to kill me, well, it didn't work out too well. That's also why I believe maybe when Mike or his brother were trying to kill me, or Zella or something like that, it didn't work out too well. You know, the whole term, your money's not good with us. You know, because, you know, a lot of people knew about the Lord, or the Creator, or someone like that. Me, Lucifer Star. So there was a lot of Irishmen too that were also helped and had great dreams and dancing and balls and parties and all kinds of stuff. Many people. I said it's the old story. You know the story of how Lucifer made everyone rich, don't you? Well, I also invented money. That's why on the TV show when it shows, well, how much do you want? Take all you want. That's funny because like I invented money. I picked your money. Like, it's like, well, don't like I would tell some people, don't panic, don't freak out, don't freak out. I'm just your creator. Like, I just picked your money and invented the American government, and yeah, I think most people are happy. Most people like it. Most people prefer going to jail than getting shot in the head by an enforcer. I said before me, people had enforcers. You broke the law, or if you or if you did something wrong, they just simply came to your house and killed you. And that's just the enforcers. People ran in fear of the enforcers. People were scared of the enforcers. I didn't have anything to do with the enforcers. If anything, I made people that would do enforcement and stuff like that run scared. Because through forensics and science and everything else, and time travel and everything else, we will find you. I will find you. I will know what you've done. And the Germans would say that too. We will know what you've done. Like I say, to me, it's a good thing. To me, I don't mind. You know, it's like, go ahead. Wander all you want. Try all you want. You'll not find nothing but good things mostly. A few mistaken decisions, but only because I wanted to help people. And only because I cared. Other people would probably run scared because of the fact that what they had done to me and what they had cheated me out of and how they had treated me or disrespect me. Like I said, many people believed that Nixon or JFK or John McCain or the Golden Army or God's Army had their back. And well, I say, unfortunately, God's Army died. We killed them. My exoskeletons, I believe, killed the last of them on some other planet somewhere else. And I used an antimatter explosive to basically flatten half of a planet just to remove Jimmy Carter or someone. Like I said, I'll describe its clothes. It was a cloak or something like that. It had like 4-inch felt or something like that. It kind of went around the thing and went down, I believe. And it was whatever. And like I say, I basically said, fuck you, Tim. And took half a planet away. I didn't use the Death Star, no. It was an antimatter explosive or something really, really sophisticated that I happened to have. I decided to use it on him. It was very bright and wonderful. I said, we made sure, we even told the people that they could leave. You know, it was only him that couldn't leave the station or the planet. I wanted him dead. I said, and lots of other people wanted him dead. He would go around and he would do transmissions on the planet's surface saying, God's army's coming, the wicked will be punished. And then they would land and basically kill people. Not really necessarily the wicked, just anyone. I don't know. And then they would have new people arrive and live in whatever. I don't really know. I don't really care. I suppose it's what Congress or the Republicans or the Democrats will become eventually. Democulus. Still just the Republicans under a different name. Like I said, whether they call themselves aristocrats, Republican militia, Democrats, or whatever, they'll be saying the same thing. I don't know where the Maltese Falcon is, says the guy with no eyebrows and no hair. The black guy with no eyebrows and no hair, thinking that it's funny that he's having a reporter talk to him about the Maltese Falcon. He doesn't know where it is. And later on, people tell me, well, those are actually the people that actually stole it. I was like, oh, I was wondering why he didn't have any hair. I'm pretty sure he got sick and died of radiation poisoning, or at least got sick after a while. Not exactly sure. 1950, 1960, I don't know. Is he still around? I say a lot of people got sick from it. It had cooled off quite a bit over the centuries, but it was still fairly radioactive. I said they had it inside that stupid dorm room for like ever. The whole room was radioactive. By the time they got it out of there, saying, I don't know, the Germans or someone finally took a Geiger counter there and went, the whole room's like hot, they said. They used to do that. If it was hot, it was radioactive. If it was cold, then it wasn't radioactive. I said, they spread radiation so much around this planet, they actually had to raise what is considered radioactive. In the old days, a 0.8 or the 0 point. But after so many years of fuck-ups and blah, 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 they actually had to raise up how much, what is considered radioactive. At one point in time, there was hardly any radiation here. It was very much clean, and a Geiger counter wouldn't even go tick, tick, tick. Nowadays, it's more of a almost everything's radioactive around here now. Anyway, like I said, originally there weren't exactly bacterium or anything on this planet. It was clean. You didn't even need an immune system. But, you know, oh well. That's what happens when you have people who say, I don't know where the highly reactive Maltese Falcon is. Like, which one? The one made of gold? The one made of silver? I've seen it. There was a picture of it. It looked just like a normal bird. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It had very sophisticated, very ornamental feathers and everything else. It looked exactly like a Maltese Falcon sitting on a desk. And we made one out of uranium, and one out of thorium, and a few other isotopes. So it's quite hard to do that kind of metal, that dense of metal, in basically in like a forged or so sophisticated looking bird. They found saw marks on it, where they were trying to saw the head off or something like that so they could try and melt it down or something. On one of them anyway, I believe, they told me. That's why Cairo was trying to find it. And it was the country of Cairo, actually. Not Cairo the person. Cairo's talking all. I say, when you plan to deceive or practice to deceive, you should know what you're practicing to deceive to and who and what about. Like I would tell people, some things will get you killed. I said, Richard Nixon, John McCain, quite a few senators and quite a few other people, and possibly Rodney. I guess he would be my dick. Well, Rosalie is my eyes or my ears, and Rosal is my voice, apparently. Not that I had any connection to her, and I don't know why. I'd be needing someone to basically be my voice. Anyway, just ways that people could actually hold me hostage or keep me whatever and pretend to be working for me or something like that. I said I had real professionals working for me and really dangerous commandos and, well, I mean, specialists. Like I said, I don't like to use the word commando because that brings to mind basically John McCain wearing a Speedo, walking up the steps in his commando wear. It's basically nothing but a G-string or a thong or whatever. To go commando is to go naked. So, like I say, if you call yourself a commando, you're basically saying what? You're a naked rapist that rapes people and doesn't wear clothes because of the fact that you don't want to rip your clothes on things and leave trace evidence of where you are or who you are. That's why you have fingerprints and also sweat and other bodily fluids. You tend to leave them behind. Anyway, yes. And they were trying to leave no trace. Except they did. And we matched their clothing to whatever. I guess one of them wasn't quite so commando. Anyway, and women are quite descriptive when they're being raped by men. I don't know why. Anyway, so there's quite a few people that had a lot to lose and a lot of reasons to run screaming. And like I said, they don't even know the beginning of it or the half of it, as they say. They pissed off, they upset, and they were trying to kill and blah blah. The creator of humanity, Lucifer Star. That's what they were trying to do. They're trying to get me killed. And they're trying to whatever. Or at least they realized they had to kill me because of all the things they had done and that there's no possible way of covering it up. And it's like, well, I'm not the only one, you see. There are 50 or 280 others or more that were at least as powerful as me or more powerful. Who knows? I just happen to be one of the nicest and one of the best and most innocent. I spent my existence one time being silly and cute and joyful. And I've been silly and cute and joyful for quite a long time. And then after that, I was something else. Just, bringing a little cuteness and a little silliness to existence. Since no one else was doing it. So, anyway. Like I said, I began my existence fairly capable. And then I just got even more. In fact, nobody really realized exactly who I was or what I was, I guess. I said I spent trillions of years flying in new ships or a different ship, and I would have a planet name my ship or something like that, or a group of people name my ship. And apparently people think that a name of a ship, I was in the ship, so I could just change ships. So I was trillions upon billions upon zillions of years old. And way outlived whoever, whatever. Anyway, and then pop. Hello! How are you? I'm the Great Lucifer Star. How's it going? Yeah, I haven't died yet. Still alive. So, anyway, at one point in time I did travel back in time because I was scared. Someone scared me and basically I traveled back in time. I've traveled back in time quite a few times. Generally I travel back in time, then I mosey forward with time and space. In fact, I've gone back and forth so many times that for me to just die would possibly unexist someone or something. Like I said, there's many reasons why people were actually tracking my existence because I had I did have time travel and did use time travel, although generally I didn't use time travel that much other than to go back in time. So I had gone back in time, gone forward in time, or gone back in time and cruised along with time or something like that so many times that basically even Brian's death could possibly unexist someone. Like I said, I'll tell you that the Pentagon in America is actually the newest of the empires or whatever, and not the oldest, nor having any real significance. Apparently, Germany and a few of the other empires were unexisting themselves or compromising their existence until America came along or something like that. I don't really know. I don't really care. Maybe someone kept killing me. Who knows? Or maybe just kept walking into a paradox. Like I say, you will probably not find any fault with Japan or China or any of the Asian community. They were always wonderful and amazing and perfect and were quite good pupils or quite good students. They would learn and they would do as they were told, and basically my only fear for everything with the Japanese and Chinese was that they were too open and too perfect and innocent. They were dedicated. Anyway, though, like I said, I was worried about the black people or the white people or anyone else or someone else controlling them. It's like, no. Japanese should always be under Japanese or Chinese control and rule. No one else tells them what to do. They're fine on their own and they know exactly what to do and how to do it. Over the years, they've developed and done everything themselves and are somewhat like me, I guess. They learned how to do submarine and submarine stuff themselves. They learned metallurgy themselves. They spent a lot of time doing it. They did everything exactly the right way. Maybe they were a plot by somebody else to try and blah blah or get my favor with them. But I have faith in them. Anyway, like I say, the black people chose wrong. They put all their eggs in one basket. They put everything that they could and had into JFK, Jimmy Carter, and them. Made deal. I believe it was JFK that actually made all the deals with the black people and blah 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 blah. Like I say, with one, that ended, and subsequent endings. I said, when you're trying to take over the world, when you're trying to kill lots of people, you're going to find a lot of resistance. And when you're trying to live in the creator of 12 different life forms house and lie about it, you're going to have some resistance. So, like I say, I didn't have to do anything at all. I could just sit here, make these videos and be like, well, yeah, this is what's going on. So, oh well, good luck with that.